All right. One last thing. Just a quick video to recap. You know, we were talking about depression and anxiety and negative feelings and all that snowflake crap. Look, if you're a vet and you think you're at the end of your rope, do yourself a favor. I want you to think of something. How many friends do you have that are veterans? Do you belong to any veterans groups, VFWs, things like that? Do you go to the VA? Here's the deal. You're not the only one that feels like this. Take a minute. Call up your old battle buddy. Call up local VFW, find a meeting, go to a meeting. Talk to people at the VA. You don't have to talk to a doctor. You can probably just sit at the smoke pit and just talk to other veterans. I'll tell you something. You're not the only one going through this. It's been 4 years for me. It's a constant struggle. Constant. Every time I read about a warfighter taking his life, or I read about a unit deploying overseas, it gets to me. Every time I read about some young kid getting taken back in a box, it gets to me. Wow, nice Mustang. I work in an airport now, and occasionally a couple of the major carriers, they carry human remains. And those human remains have a flag draped over them. Read some history, realize something about this country. This country was made great by men who stuck together. We need to stick together. The numbers don't lie. There has never been more warfighters that have taken their own lives than there is now. Fucking don't do it. You know what? If you think a friend of yours is at risk, throw him a text message. Throw him an email. Give him a call. Just be there. Wow. Nice Nova. That's a nice place to hang out, huh? But it's probably because we're near the beach. And if you're thinking about taking your life, think about your family. Think about the people you leave behind. And even the people you don't leave behind. Somebody like me, I read about it. And, you know, sometimes it's somebody I barely knew. And it messes with me. I don't need it anymore. I'm not a strong man like I used to be. I'm not a young man anymore. I don't drink as much since I've been out of the military. Because honestly, I'm old, I can't handle it, and emotionally I can't handle it. That's usually when all this comes to the surface, and maybe it's because, you know, I tied one on this weekend. There are people out there that'll help you. And you know what? What are we, like 1-2% of the population as veterans? That's not a big group. It's not a big group at all. And if we don't have each other to depend on, then who do we have to depend on? I'm going to tell you a story. I had a commander. He left my unit and for a promotion. He was a colonel. He got a promotion to a general. Went to a desk job somewhere. He was a good guy. He was a moral guy. He was Christian. God-fearing man, family man. I got along with him. Old Sergeant Riley and this particular individual got along. And I think if I ever did want to go to like officer candidate school or whatnot, if he was still in charge of me towards the end of my career, he would have made it happen. But that's neither here nor there. So I'm out. He's been gone. He got retired like a year after I got out. I ran into him a year later, like Home Depot. And of course, me being me, I'm like, how come I didn't get an invite to your retirement party? Well, actually, he did invite me. But yet again, we were talking about senior NCOs. Senior NCOs didn't tell me. Would have been nice. But anyways, I had run into the person who had taken his position a couple months before. And I said to him, I said, sir, I said, you know, I ran into this individual and I know through the grapevine that they had taken your position. They were in charge of the unit. And I said, you know, he looked like crap. I said, he did not look right. He didn't even sound right. I said, you know, I said, I know you're out. I said, but I know you were friendly with this individual. And, you know, he was one of your junior officers. And maybe you should, like, give him a call. Well, he said he was going to. And he did, because he was a man of his word. And I got a text message back that he was proud of me because I saw an individual that was having a hard time adjusting to the stresses of their new job. And even though I was out, I exemplified the Air Force because I was looking out for a brother. And that person got through what they were going through, and I heard they were going to retire soon. And good for them. So all it takes is a phone call. All it takes is a text message. All it takes is 2 seconds. 2 seconds of your life. And it's nothing. Just being polite and caring for 2 seconds. Even if you don't like somebody. Well, that's all I got to say on that. I'm glad we could have this talk. I don't know. If I knew how to link up friggin' phone numbers and whatnot, I'd throw in that veteran crisis hotline and whatnot. And if it's that bad, call them. Swallow your pride and call them. But there are other things out there, just counseling. Just somebody to talk to if you don't have friends. Well, friends you can talk to. They're out there, and it won't cost you nothing. And if you're going through financial problems, they'll pass. They always do. I'm trying to think of something to say that would inspire people, but you know what? I think I've said enough. And I'm sick of hearing my own damn voice. Straighten up, jackwagons.